God. So this is crazy. I hit record. Actually, I'm sorry. I had the phone in photo mode and I hit what I thought was record, but was really just taking a photo. And I sat there and spoke for a good 5 to 7 minutes, rambling about how this is going to be my first episode. And then I look down and I'm not even recording. So anyway, I'm just showing the raw, the uncut, the, world premiere of this grand video series, podcast, YouTube, whatever you want to call it. This is just me sharing my thoughts, connecting with the world. So I want to welcome everybody and thank you for tuning in. I warn you in advance that this is the first episode and it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be informative. I'm going to do my best to give you guys value. But right now, I realize that my biggest problem, and if I'm just being completely honest, is that I think way too much and I don't apply and actually put things into practice. So applying myself as opposed to thinking and getting into paralysis by analysis. And there's a risk in getting started because, I've been trying to do this for years, literally. And I always think, okay, you know what? Once I get the right equipment, once I get the right camera, the right lighting, and then I gotta get the right backing, I gotta get the right location, I gotta get the right time, and I don't have any time. I got kids and work and clients and things I gotta take care of, and there's really never a good time for me to get started. So I'm sitting here stuck in traffic, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get started right now. And I know I should probably do a little bit more preparation. I know I should try to make an outline and work on my niche and do all these type of things, but the reality is I gotta get started. So I did start, and of course I said a lot of great things and it wasn't recorded. I just spoke it to my young one, Sanaya. You say hello, Sanaya? Okay. So she heard it and the world missed out. But with all that said, this episode I want it to be about starting. And yes, it's the first episode, but I really want this to be about the importance of starting things. And I thought back to like everything all the things that I'm a fan of. From music, I'm a big Jay-Z fan. I thought about his first, not even his first album, because that was, in my opinion, a classic, but his demos prior, and like his early work with Jaz-O. He had this rap style that was, fast and kind of just weird and off, and, it wasn't the best. It isn't the Jay-Z that we became to love, but it was the type of flow that made it so that no one would sign him. He wasn't hot at all, to the point where he had to start his own record company just because no one else would sign him. But right now he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which goes to show that like you can start from humble beginnings and make it big. Michael Jordan, he got cut from his high school team. Tom Brady, he was number 1,000 out of 1,000, but like last pick in college, last pick in the NFL, and a million Super Bowls later, here he is. Obama, the great Obama that we all love, he lost his first election out in Chicago. Anyway, I can go on and on and on, but from first episodes of TV shows to first music to politicians to first assignments, writing your first paper, driving for the first time, every first isn't the prettiest. But I think what I was getting caught up on is I was comparing my first video with videos that I've seen for people like who on their number 100 video. People like Joe Rogan, who's on number who knows what, Joe Budden, all types of people who have podcasts and videos, the Charlemagnes and the just people in the industry, all the influencers that are online, the Russell Brunsons, and all types of people. So anyway, I say this all to say, get started. And I don't want to just get on this line and just start preaching, and I'm actually a practitioner. I'm actually doing as I'm saying, and I'm showing the world as I do it. And it looks like the camera was pointed to my mouth. I am in traffic, but I didn't want to have the excuse of I don't have time. I didn't want the excuse of I don't have the right thing. I have a phone. I pay every month. Shout out to T-Mobile. They're not sponsoring this, but they're keeping this line going. So my goal is to sort of get this thing going and get started. So I encourage everybody else to, whatever it is you're doing, get started too. Whether it be a business, whether it be a new job, whether it be a new relationship, just get started with it, get going with it. Take that next step, take that first step. Anything that, and I think you guys get the point, but I feel like anything you start doing, it all starts with the beginning and just getting started. I want this to go down in history. This is my first video. This is video number 1, this November 1st. This is live in the car with my little one, stuck in traffic. But I'm here to offer value. I'm here to start a series. I'm here to build some momentum, build some consistency. And I'd like to one day fast forward, maybe a year from now, maybe a few months from now, maybe 10 years from now, and look back at this video and say, man, like, he really shot a video in his car with his phone, with his like dusty Android, But I think what it's gonna be is a testament to what happens when you just have an idea in your head and take action. Planning is great. I encourage planning. Writing stuff down is great. All the things you can, praying about things, whatever it is you do, meditate, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you need action. You need to take serious action and start to make the things happen, and then you build from there. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this later. I don't know if I probably won't, because that's gonna be another excuse for me to not post this. But think about starting whatever it is you want to do. Minimal viable product. You hear that in business all the time. The first iPhone wasn't the greatest. The first Android wasn't the greatest. The first cell phone, I remember my calls used to drop all the time, and then they moved into nights and weekends for free, and the bills were expensive. But they figured all that out. So internet used to be dial-up modems. For those who were 80s babies, you guys remember AOL and whatnot. It wasn't pretty, but here we are with fast connection, and the days of dial-up where you had to use your phone, your home phone, to get on the internet. That wasn't great. But all right, I told myself I won't ramble, even though I did ramble a little bit. Hopefully we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. If you stayed this long, thank you. Because you could have turned it off from the minute you started. But thank you for sticking with me. Subscribe to my channel, share my